And over on Capitol Hill, the House is back in session today, but a push to oust Speaker Mike Johnson still looms over his head. Scott MacFarlane is on the Hill for us tonight. Scott, good to see you. So it seems like all eyes are on Speaker Johnson and whether he can stay in this job.
There was that provocative effort from Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia a few weeks ago when she formally pushed the button you have to push to begin a challenge to potentially oust Speaker Johnson. We kept pressing her as to when she was going to do it, when she was going to make the next move necessary to force the vote. And she kept saying she hasn't decided on timing. And then she told us about a week and a half ago she was expecting this train to pick up momentum during last week's district work period, with the assumption constituents would pressure their members of Congress to get behind her effort and oust the speaker. And rather than pick up steam, Caitlin, it seems like the train rolled backwards a little bit. She has not picked up new names to endorse the plan, nor is there this fervor as the U.S. House returns here tonight. Congresswoman Greene is carrying a unique amount of leverage and demanding and commanding quite a platform of media attention for as long as she wields this threat. And it looks like she's going to continue to wield it for an indefinite period moving forward.
She certainly knows how to do that. Scott, I'm curious how Democrats are factoring in here. Are we in a situation where Democrats could be the ones to save Speaker Johnson, and kind of how tenable is that kind of situation?
There's no unanimity among Democrats on this, and Democratic leadership has advised some of their members, maybe keep your powder dry on this one, don't make any demonstrative commitments. But it doesn't take long. If you go fishing around here for some Democrat who's willing to say, including on the record, yeah, I'd intervene to save the speaker, if for no other reason he put that Ukraine aid bill that was necessary for the Ukrainian forces on the floor in defiance of his own party. Tom Suozzi, the newest elected Democrat from New York State in a very purple district, said he'd do so. Jared Moskowitz, the progressive from Florida, has intimated he'd do so. There's a range of Democrats right there. Adam Smith, ranking Democrat on the House Armed Services Committee, has intimated the same. So you have Democrats saying they'd do it if necessary. For now, this is a unique moment where the minority party is helping the majority speaker. It's not impossible to conceive of circumstances, Caitlin, in which that dynamic changes.
Yeah, notable, especially since the majority party is the majority party by just such a slim margin. Scott, we were just talking with Ouija about these protests across the country at college campuses. I mean, notably, Speaker Johnson went to Columbia last week to give a speech there in light of these protests. But I'm curious kind of how other members of Congress are reacting, navigating this situation that we're seeing across the country.
Certainly, this issue has taken a prominence that we didn't expect it to have at the Capitol when this year began. These protests have certainly captured the attention of Congress. And you'll see a shift in the topics of some of the hearings and the topics of some of the proclamations and floor speeches here. There are a series of proposals, some of which are up for a vote as early as this week, which seem to be messaging bills that may not be things that pass into law, but communicate the sentiment of Congress in some certain direction on this. In fact, Caitlin, as the afternoon began here in Washington, there were a group of Democrats, including some pragmatic moderate Democrats, who co-signed a letter to Columbia University's leadership saying they have to do more to push back on these encampments and this unrest. You have some congruence in these statements from Republicans and Democrats on issues about what should be done by university leaders. But what should be done by Congress? Well, Congress is capable of very little agreement right now, but they do agree this is a topic worth discussing publicly.
Certainly, and one that that we may expect to persist heading into the November elections. Scott MacFarlane, thank you so much for your time and reporting. We appreciate it.